everyone! Today is a special day in SS Storyworld. Yes, wishing you all a very happy Janmashtami on behalf of the SS Storyworld team. Krishna Janmashtami is observed every year to celebrate the birth of Lord Krishna, ninth incarnation of Lord Vishnu. According to the Hindu mythology, it is believed that Lord Krishna was born on this day. Therefore, this day is celebrated as Krishna Janmashtami. It is also known as Janmashtami or Gokulashtami. Today, we are going to tell you the most important part of all, when Krishna was born. I'm sure you all will enjoy listening. Old King Ugrasena of Mathura had two children, Prince Kamsa and Princess Devaki. While King Ugrasena was a good king, Prince Kamsa was a cruel-hearted man. Now, Princess Devaki was to wed a noble man named Vasudeva. Kamsa, out of the love he bore for his sister, decided to be the bride and groom's charioteer for the day. While Kamsa drove the chariot bearing Devaki and Vasudeva out of the wedding hall, a voice from the heavens boomed. Devaki's 8th child would be your slayer. Kamsa, being the superstitious type, would take no chances. He wanted to strike down Devaki that very moment. Vasudeva intervened. He begged Kamsa not to slay Devaki and show her some mercy. He further promised Kamsa that he would hand over any child born to them if he would let Devaki live. Now Kamsa, not wanting to have the blood of his sister on his hands, agreed and instead placed them under house arrest. Every time a child was born, the guards would inform Kamsa and he would take the child and kill it. 6 of Devaki and Vasudeva's children met their death this way. It so happened that the 7th child was born at night, and Devaki and Vasudeva, seeing the opportunity, decided to save the child. The guards were asleep, so Vasudeva easily slid out of the palace undetected. He went to the neighboring Gokul and left the child with his second wife, Rohini, and quickly returned to the palace. This child was named Balrama. In the morning, he sent word to Kamsa that the child was stillborn. Kamsa was pleased. He knew the next child was to be his slayer. Not wanting to take chances with the birth of the 8th child, Kamsa had Vasudeva and Devaki thrown into the dungeon chained. The 8th child was born on the 8th night of the month of Shravan. It was raining heavily and the skies thundered as if the gods were trying to pay homage to the newborn child. Then the miracle happened. Vasudeva's chains fell off and the prison door opened by itself. Vasudeva found the guards to be asleep, so he decided that he would escape with the child and leave him at his friend's Nanda's place in Gokul. Picking up the child, Vasudeva placed him in a basket. He then carried the basket on his head and made his way to Gokul. Now Gokul was on the opposite bank of the river Yamuna. The river Yamuna was in a state of turmoil. Vasudeva wondered, how would he cross the river? He prayed for the miracle. Then it happened. The waters of Yamuna parted and made way for him. Vasudeva then crossed the Yamuna and reached Gokul. On reaching Nanda's house in Gokul, Vasudeva realized that Nanda's wife Yashoda had given birth to a baby girl. While Nanda and Yashoda was asleep, he placed his child in a cradle and took Nanda's daughter. Instead, he presumed that since it was a baby girl, Kamsa would not kill her. He then made the journey back to Mathura, and he took the baby girl with him. As soon as Vasudeva reached the dungeon doors closed behind him, and the baby girl started to cry. Awakened by the cries, the guards rushed to tell Kamsa of the birth of the 8th child. Hearing the news, Kamsa rushed to the dungeon and picked up the child and was about to dash it to the ground. Vasudeva begged Kamsa not to kill the child, as it was the only girl and the girl could not do him any harm. The wicked Kamsa paid no heed and dashed the baby to the floor. As the baby was about to hit the floor, it suddenly flew up and told, "The one who was born to kill you still lives and is in Gokul." Then she disappeared. I'm sure you all enjoyed this day. Bye friends!